Africans probably actually today is Congolese Independence Day. Happy Independence Day, Congo. I don't really like to talking about these things, but the reason why I'm coming here right now. Bonjour à tous, bon après-midi, Mbote, Nabino, Jambo, um, les Congolais. I mean, the reason why I upload this video today is because I don't think. First of all, you tell me in a comment. Do you think Africans should celebrate Independence Days? Okay, some couple of years ago, I said this on my Instagram. Africa shouldn't celebrate Independence Days, and somebody said that was a woman from America. She says we are not celebrating progress, but we are celebrating freedom. That hits me so bad. We are not celebrating progress, but we are celebrating freedoms. Okay. So if you guys don't know, Congo is among the second waves in sub-Saharan countries to gain independence from the colonialists, from the colons, right? And if you can see here, the 6th of March, 1957, this was the first sub-Saharan country to gain independence from the Great Britain, and was Ghana. I think Ghana used to be called Upper Volta or something like that. I don't know. Let me know in a comment below. And then, after Ghana, I'm pretty sure it was Kenya. If I am mistaken, that's supposed to be Kenya. And then after that was like Congo and all these countries. Congo got independence from the Belgium, which is like today, 65 years ago. And then from 65 years ago, 30 years, Congo's been devastated with war. I mean, like, I don't understand what you guys celebrating. What are we celebrating? So we're still celebrating freedom? All right? This is what I'm asking. Are we still celebrating freedom? Freedom. All right? I don't think African countries should celebrating independence. The reason why I'm saying this, number one, we are very weak in security. We can't really hold our own security. Number two, Africa, for me, I always call Africa as a transition. Like a transition, why? Because they really made sure we cut ties with our ancestors so we can follow Europeans' ways of living. So we have Europeans' religion, we have Europeans' educations, like we have Europeans' clothing industries. We have a lot of things we do. It's based on Europeans, all right? Unlike some other countries like China, Saudi Arabia, Japan, other countries in the world. I do understand human civilization is kind of different, but I prefer us to have kept our own African civilization, which is the colonialists, the oppressors, they made sure they cut it. So they stole it and they cut it. All right. So my people in Congo, like right now, today is Independence Day. What they will do is they will jump, like celebrating, drinking beer, having sex, partying all around, celebrating on TV. I still think the media is playing a lot of big parts in the brainwashing people's brain. And then when you go outside of your country, you just realize, like, why are we celebrating? Number one, in the 30 years, we lost 15 millions of people. The mineral resources, which is estimated to be 24 trillions of dollars, we just give it away to America. It has never done anything to us, right? I will I will show you some. This is Congo. Mutanda mine holds 72 billions in copper reserve, and yet Glencore of Switzerland owns 95% of the DRC. Just 3.5% annually revenue. Like that's what the DRC owns, and this is the 3.4 3.5%, it goes to the government people. So I don't understand. So should you still celebrate? We're talking about the entire Zimbabwe. Should you celebrate independence? Malawi, should you celebrate independence? Rwanda, should you celebrate independence? I will say Rwanda, they trying, right? Botswana, I would say at least. And Namibia, no, they still owns a lot of people. South Africa, it's kind of like, I don't know. I would give it like 30% chance of celebrating, like the 16th of June, like that was like a public holiday. It's just reminding us a lot of things, right? If we go to Ghana, should you celebrate? I had an interview. I'm gonna upload it like later on. I had my man from Ghana. That infrastructure is still low. All right. Kenya, should you celebrate independence? Look at the fights that's the riots in Kenya. They want to burn the state house. Tanzania, should you celebrate independence? I want you guys to answer me in the comment below. Should Africans still celebrate Independence Day? Because as for me, it's a big no. And I've given you my reasons why we cannot celebrate independence. Because Africa still has a long way to go. Right? Which other country? Gabon, should you celebrate independence? I don't know. The answer is no. You just got the new president where you had a coup. Ivory Coast, the most developed French African country in the world. Ivory Coast. Laurent Gbagbo and Ouattara. Should you celebrate independence? I don't think so. The country that should celebrate independence, in even Ethiopia, they shouldn't celebrate independence because they are fighting with Sudan and Egypt over Nile, and there is a lot of things. Libya, done, chaos. Tunisia, I don't know so much about Tunisia, but should they celebrate independence? For me, the only two countries that I think in Africa they should celebrate independence is number one, is I think Egypt, and number two I think is Morocco, because remember Morocco spent about 40 years not being in the African Union committee, and that's because they saw that we are good enough to be us. And when I see my people from Congo celebrating independence, and then the 1st of July, it's going to be Rwanda. They will celebrate independence. I think the 2nd of July, it's going to be Burundi. They will celebrate independence. And then the wave is going on. I think like 13 countries from this June up to July, they will celebrate independence because remember, it was a wave, right? After the Berlin Conference, and then in 1985. And then after 20 years, then they started to give African independence, and this is like the wave. So I don't think Africans should celebrate independence, but if you have your reason why, just like that lady from America who told me they are not celebrating being independent, because the reason why they can't celebrate because we're still dependent. We're depending on the European Union. We're depending on monetary funds from whatever. We're depending on US. We're depending so much on foreign aids, which is coming from overseas, and Europeans and Americans. When Americans are cutting ties, we cry. So why would you celebrating being independent? You are not independent. You are still dependent. So you let me know if you think we are independent to celebrate, just like that lady told me from America. They are not celebrating being independent, but they're just celebrating having a freedom. That's it. Let me know in the comment below, and I'll let you know my thoughts. We're gonna have a chat. Once again, happy Independence Day, Congo and Rwanda tomorrow or after tomorrow in some other country. But I don't think you should start to celebrate because there is nothing to celebrate about. Ciao, guys.